Welcome, and today's little project is a recycled denim crossbody purse. This is perfect for beginner sewers. My little granddaughter made herself one and she was so excited. She loves to use my sewing machine, and so I wanted to make this tutorial for anybody else that has grandkids or kids that would love to sew or would love to learn how to sew. This project is perfect, and you're going to be recycling some denim jeans that you may have. I have a huge bag of my husband's work jeans that no longer fit, or the fronts of them have paint or glue, and I go through those and I cut those all up, and I use the pockets, just about every part of the pants. Now these are the backs of the pants that I cut out, and there is some pockets that I took off. I even saved the little pocket that's up around the zipper and the waistline. I cut all those out. So for this project, we're going to make this little crossbody purse, and here are the measurements. You're going to need to cut out a lining, and this is what I used, 13 by 11, and cut 1. Here is the denim, the outside of the purse. That needs to be cut at 13 by 9, and then cut 2 strips of fabric 3 inches wide by 44 to 48 inches long. You will need to measure from your shoulder down to your waist how long you want to make that. Now this is a bag that I started, just giving you an idea of how to use the bigger pocket. You can make a bigger tote bag. So let's get started with this project. So again, the measurements are 13 inches by 9 inches, and then you're going to fold that in half, and we're going to stitch down this side and across the bottom, and we'll do that for both pieces. The lining you want 2 inches taller, so we can fold that over on the top of the bag. So you can see they're both, one's 13 by 9 and one is 13 by 11, so we can fold that top over. So that's 2 inches at the top of the lining, and we're going to sew down the side and across the bottom. All right, after I've stitched the denim, I'm going to open that seam up and press it good with an iron, and then we're going to turn it inside out. And I'm just going to use my pair of scissors to push those 2 points out, but you can see it's just a simple little bag. I'm going to open it all up and then press it. I always like to use my iron when I'm sewing. It just makes everything nice and smooth and flat. So I have that little iron that I purchased off of Amazon, and I absolutely love it. Now we're going to take the lining, and we're going to insert it wrong sides together and just tuck it right down into that bag. All right, now you see we have that overhang of 2 inches. You're going to go around, once you've got it nice and snug inside the bag, you're going to fold over 1 inch, and then we'll fold it over another inch right on top of the denim. So this is the first fold, and then I'm going to do a second fold. So I'm right on top of that denim. Let me see how it lines up nicely. I'm going to pin it in place. Then I'm going to stitch around the bottom of that lining and then close around to the top. Just going to do a nice top stitch all the way around from the bottom of the lining to the top. But first we're going to pin this in place, and then we'll take it in there and sew it up on the sewing machine. Right now I'm moving on to that crossbody strap, and I'm just taking my fabric, and on either end I'm just turning it over, making a little hem on both sides, and then I'm going to do just a small hem across the bottom, and this will fold over and kind of make a finished edge. Now, this is just a fast way to make, I do this technique when I make my apron strings or ties, and so I'm going to do this same way. I'm just going all the way down and just folding over that little edge there, and then we'll fold the other end over. And then once I have it completely ironed all the way across, I just fold the top down halfway and then fold the bottom up over that. And you can see there's no raw edge seam. It's got a nice finished edge. I'm pulling it right to the top, and then I'm going to run a seam line all the way down that edge. It's just a fast way to make a strap. Now you can make straps out of anything. If you've got old pocketbook straps you want to reuse, or if you want to use leather or a belt, this was just a quick way. You can see I fold it down and then fold it over. Just a quick way to make a strap. So always try the strap on before you sew it to the bag and adjust it to where you want the bag to lay on your side. So adult straps would be much longer than a child's strap. All right, I have sewn the strap in place. It's nice and finished looking, and I'm going to be pinning the edges of those straps right on the inside of the bag. So I just folded it over about an inch. Place it in the corner there across from the other side that I've already pinned in place. And then we're going to sew this on the sewing machine. And I kind of do a square or rectangle stitch over this cord. I'll show a brief description of that on my sewing machine. But you're basically just sewing a square across the top and then down both sides and across the bottom, and that will give it enough support to hold your strap in place. I've got my strap and the bag in the sewing machine, and I'm going across the top. I back your stitches up, go all the way across the strap, pull out the pins, then I'm going to turn, put my needle down, turn, go straight down, make another turn across the bottom of the strap, go all the way across, and then back up to the starting point. So you've basically made like a rectangle, and that gives it strength and holds it to the bag. And then back stitch a little bit and you're done. That's one strap down, and we'll get the other one done. Alright, once the straps are sewn on, it's time to decorate. This is the little pocket that is close to the zipper on the jeans. I left the back on it. And so what I'm going to do, instead of sewing this on, because denim is hard to sew, and when you layer denim, it's even harder for a machine to sew. So I'm just going to hot glue it on. It'll be fine. It'll work perfect. So I just do it in sections, and you can still use that pocket because I left the backing on the pocket. I'm going to add some more glue sticks and then just go all the way around, gluing it in place. Now when you have a small pocket and a small bag, it is much harder to try to sew that on, but this worked fine. It held, and I like this because it's nice and fast. Alright, now to decorate it up a little bit, my granddaughter wanted a heart on hers, and we used that fusible bonding. Ironed that onto the fabric and then pressed it onto the little pocket. But of course, you know, I have all that costume jewelry, so I found this piece. I'm just going to hot glue it right onto the pocket. And I think it added a little bit of bling to the bag. but you could really do anything on here. You could put charms, yo-yos, buttons. You could decorate it any way you want, but I think this really turned out pretty. And then this is one I'm making a kit for a friend of mine for her granddaughter, and I'll have everything ready for her to put it together and sew. And then I'll show you my granddaughter's one that she made when she was over a couple of days ago. She was real tickled with hers, but she cut out a heart out of the matching lining, and then we just using the heat and bond press that on. And here's one more look at the one that I just completed, and then I'll share with you what I'm doing on the tote bag using the much bigger pocket. I did cut out from my scraps a bird, a beak, some wings, and some different designs, and I used the heat and bond to adhere that to the bigger pocket, and then I went over it with just a quick zigzag stitch to hold it in place. And I'm telling you, I love when young people want to learn how to sew. It's a lost art, but it warms my heart.
Here's the finished bag. So I have my phone in here, and you can just put it right in there. Then you can also put like your wallet or like lip gloss or anything in this pocket, and you can fit some more stuff in here.
Yeah, good job. So now you've got one idea to use those jeans, recycle those jeans. I've got many more projects. I'm going to be making a couch cover because Miss Callie likes to jump on my leather couch. So I'm going to be using a lot of this denim to make a couch cover for my couch. So that video will be coming. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave me a comment below of what you think. And y'all have a blessed day.